Hi, I'm Mercy Maglino, and welcome to Day in the Life of a Coach. Today I'm talking with Sumba Indy in Adelaide, Australia. Welcome, Sumba.
Thank you, Mercy.
So, Sumba is a graduate of International Coach Academy in 2013, and she's also currently in our Learning Leader course, which is all about taking that coach approach into group work or training or presenting. And it's been a delight to have you there. So
Thank you.
let's see now. Clarify to Succeed is your coaching business, and you are an empowerment coach.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about who you work with.
Yeah, I work with women who are at that stage of taking that next step in their lives, whether it is in their personal lives or in their career. Because with the help of a coach, you can get all the confidence, the strategies, and the partnership and the co-creation that can happen with the help of a coach to actually take that move
Mm,
into that next stage of what they want to achieve.
yeah, wow, sounds great. So, how did you come to coaching?
Well, coaching, before I actually took the step to enroll and go through the training, I've had a lot of thinking about that for a few years.
Mm,
Because I got to a point where I started thinking, about, is there more that I can do? I like, talking to people, encouraging people, and mentoring. And I was just beginning to think that I always enjoyed that time of encouraging someone,
mm,
empowering
mm.
someone. I feel really in my zone, if you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
yeah,
So I
definitely.
started thinking more about, okay, is there something I can do around this? And in my own personal, way of doing things. So I started thinking of maybe there could be ways I can develop like processes of doing things because
Mm-hmm.
as a scientist, I think in that way of having step by step processes of how to achieve something. So I started thinking about, okay, if I want to achieve something, how do I go through it? I need to first of all think of, okay, what do I really want to achieve? So I
Mm-hmm.
have that in mind. Then I
Mm-hmm.
can walk
Mm-hmm.
back. So is there a way I can put, a step by step? So I was sort of in that, frame of mind at the time. And I started, really searching and really seeking and looking within myself
Mm,
to know what was the next step. And I also, was praying in that time, seeking direction,
mm.
because I believe, I can pray to God for direction and I'll get it.
Mm-hmm.
So in that time as well, and one night I was, in that time of praying, so I had this dream about, creating materials and workshops and delivering it in different places, teaching people how to live to their potential. I'm like, oh my
Wow.
goodness, how can I do that?
Yeah, wow, that's
So
amazing.
I started researching about how can you do this? How can you do this? So one day I stumbled on the website of a guy who apparently was a graduate of ICA, and I saw what he was doing and I got, that is it. That's exactly what I want to do. So I
Mm.
followed the link on the site to ICA
Mm-hmm.
because in that time I've been researching different,
Mm-hmm.
coach training institutions, and I was so confused as to where to even start. But seeing this guy's website just gave me that, yeah, that is it. And then I went to ICA website, look at everything, saw what other graduates have done. So I thought, yeah, that's the place. So I thought to myself last year, I said, this is the year for my
Mm.
coach training, and I actually took the step to do that because, as you know, if we don't take action in the direction of our dream,
Yeah,
nothing happens. Yeah,
nothing happens. Absolutely. And boy, what a way to take
yeah.
some action. Good for you. We're delighted to have you in our community. So let's
Thank you.
say we're going to talk a little bit more about what your work at ICA. And first thing, tell me a little bit about your coaching model. Like we here at ICA create our own coaching model. So tell
Yeah.
me what yours was.
Mine was clarify to succeed. Like I said a little bit earlier, clarify. Every letter of the word clarify actually means something. So I start with the C. The C means having a compelling vision or a
Mm-hmm.
clear expectation of what you want to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
And L means you need to locate where you are, relative to where you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then A means you need to analyze the gaps. So with the gaps, I don't only look at maybe deficiencies of what's lacking.
Mm-hmm.
We look totally about what resources do you have? What are the things that are already working for you? So
Right.
I classify those as accelerators or the things that are stopping you. So what are the things that could accelerate the process,
Mm-hmm.
or what are the things that could stop the process? So we look at all of that. We look at what is the real intention of what we want to achieve,
Mm-hmm.
and what are your values, getting a good understanding of what the values are, what the true intention is, and what you really want to accomplish in this journey
Mm-hmm.
is very important, so that when we then go to the next step, which means we need to redefine goals, we are going to be setting goals that actually align with the values, with the intention,
Mm-hmm.
and everything else that we have uncovered in the analysis stage. So once we then redefine the goals,
Mm-hmm.
the next thing will be to intentionally commit to action. Because if we set goals, we have good intentions, and if we don't take action, nothing happens. The goals will just remain goals. So once we start to take action, the next thing will be to remain focused and follow through. So
Mm-hmm.
focus on what you're doing and follow through with your commitment on what you want to achieve. And then what we expect to get to is your why at the end of clarify,
Mm-hmm.
which means when you can say, yes, I did this, or
Yes.
oh, this is yes, my success is here. Because
Yeah.
also we need to bear in mind from the start to really clearly define what success means for each
Right.
individual,
Right.
because success means different things for everyone. So getting to that point of yes,
Yes. I love it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you
Good for
can then
you.
celebrate.
Uh-huh.
Also we encourage people to celebrate little milestones
Mm-hmm.
along the way. And
Mm-hmm.
then getting to that point of yes, you can look at everything. Okay, is this what I really wanted to achieve?
Mm-hmm.
Did I
Mm-hmm.
achieve it, or what happened along the way? Maybe I didn't really hit the target. It's not so much really about the destination. It's
Right.
also about the whole journey.
Yes.
It's good to have an end in mind, however, also to remain flexible along the way, knowing that things could change. You
Mm-hmm.
could go through a different route, but as long as you get the outcome that fulfills you, that means something to you. So
Right.
that is the goal of what I do.
Clarify. Wonderfully done. Sounds very
Yeah.
powerful. And speaking of
Thank you.
powerful, what was your power tool? Here at ICA, we create our own coaching tools. What was yours?
That was clarity versus ambiguity.
Oh, of course, clarity versus ambiguity. So you kind of overlapped some of your coaching model with your power tool, so they kind of work together.
Yes, I did.
Great, good job. Let's see. The
Yeah.
other one is the research paper. What was your research paper about?
Yeah, that was a thought leadership article where I wrote about stopping your stoppers,
Mm,
identifying roadblocks in the way of your success and living to your full potential. Because understanding that in order for us to achieve success or whatever we set out to, there are often some roadblocks that we need to be
mm,
aware of,
mm-hmm,
and also develop strategies to help, clients from the perspective of a coach. We need to have that understanding that there are those roadblocks.
mm,
And when those things come up during the coaching process, we are more aware and we are able to deal with those roadblocks so that our clients can move forward.
mm,
And also on a personal level, we need to be aware of that on our own journey too,
mm-hmm.
knowing that these roadblocks are there, and be aware of them and deal with them when they surface so that we can
Right,
move forward.
right. Oh my gosh, very powerful packet of tools there. Good for you. So let's
Thank you.
see. Well, I have a question for you. If you could
Okay,
share,
Miss.
if you could share with the world, like one thing
Yeah.
about coaching, what would it be?
Wow. I think coaching is really empowering, because in achieving success, we don't need to do the journey alone.
Mm-hmm.
With leveraging on the help that we can get through coaching and actually getting to the deep root of some of the issues that we have in as some of the roadblocks that I talked about, it's quite powerful with coaching.
Mm-hmm.
What you can achieve maybe in 12 months
Mm.
with the right coach and with the right support, things can happen in the shortest amount of time
Mm.
that, it's quite possible. And I would encourage anyone, to get a coach, get a mentor, leverage on other people's, experiences, leverage on the support that you can get so that you can get to where you want to go.
Mm. Beautifully said. Thank you so much, Simba. Let's see.
Thank you.
Do you have a website? Would you tell us for all our viewers out there? What's your website?
Yes, I do have a website, and that is clarifytosucceed.com.
Great. So if you want to know more about Simba's coaching approach and her model and her extensive, wow, such an incredible passion for coaching here. So thanks again for being my guest on Day in the Life of a Coach. Thank you, Simba.
Thank you very much, Mercy.